I've had one employee that stopped working, and I'm like, yo, the last 7 months I've been paying you, and you got nothing done.
Yeah.
And just because I'm not over them, so I don't know what they're doing. Then he had an assistant, and this a VA. She get paid not a lot of money, $4 an hour.
Yeah.
But she worked 12 hours a day. And I'm like, yo, you've been working 12 hours a day for the last 6 months, and y'all got nothing to show.
Nothing done, right.
So I've been getting robbed.
Basically.
So I got a problem with that. A serious problem with that.
Good idea, now we buying merch.
That's ghetto.
Payment miss.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Say she quit.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Late on your rent.
Rent is ghetto.
New event.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Invoice in.
That ain't ghetto.
Money spin.
Oh, that's ghetto. Hold on, it's kind of ghetto being a CEO.
What's up, coworker? Don't you want to link together and get a live podcast experience of this Ghetto CEO podcast? Wouldn't you love to see Cody on the couch and your favorite entrepreneurs here in Atlanta? Well, you got to tap in and come to our happy hour live podcast experience December 16th of this year. Yes, December 16th, 2023. We are doing a live Ghetto CEO podcast. And guess what, y'all? I'm bringing some of y'all to the couch. All you got to do is click the link below, and you can either get your ticket or get on the wait list so that you can be able to get on this couch. Make your plans, grab your flights, get your rooms, because listen, the Ghetto CEO Live Podcast is not something that you want to miss. So December 16th, I want to see you guys there. Listen, last time we had the drinks flowing, we had the vibes going, we had a little dance, we had bars and all the things. So get in the room for the next Ghetto CEO Live Podcast, and I'll see you guys there. Now back to the episode. Welcome back to another episode of the Ghetto CEO Podcast, where we talk about all things being a CEO, because honestly, y'all, being a CEO is sometimes very much ghetto, but it's very worth it, right? It is the most worth it thing that we've ever done, but it does not mean that it doesn't come with a little struggle, some tears, and all the things in between. So here on this couch, we get real CEOs to tell us the real story behind being a CEO. And I want to bring you guys CEOs that's going to give you the transparent truth behind it, right? Like, it's not always about the G-Wagons and the Birkins and all of that. It is the tears. It is the legacy that we are building. And today is no different, okay? We got the CEO, okay? The greatness on the couch. Welcome, Neo.
Hey, thank you for having me here. It's the vibes, like you said.
It's the vibe.
Yeah, feel good to be here. Appreciate you.
Welcome to the couch. Now, listen, we're gonna start out icy today, okay? Listen, I got my lemonade braids in. Yeah. It's giving ghetto. So, what has been, I guess, the most ghettoest thing, or something that you may want to vent about that has happened in the last week in your business? This is a segment that we call Let's Vent. What's something you want to vent about?
I think it's been about the last some people have resigned, but people want to get paid for work they unwilling to do.
Come on now.
Like, I've been having people that's like, when you give them work, they want to stop working. Like, I think they're hearing too much passive income, too much. I'm like, some of this is my fault. I'm telling people, don't go get a job, double your income.
Yeah.
I mean, excuse me, double what you charge. Like,
right.
And people just starting to probably think, well, let me do everything that he's been saying to do.
Yeah.
But fast forward, basically the whole thing is that so many people are looking to get paid for work that they're not doing. And that just bothers me. So now what we're doing is I'm doing a company-wide audit on employees, on contractors, and I'm doing almost a scorecard, like, on a scale to 10, like, are you doing everything you're supposed to do? Like, it need to be between 7 to 10. If you're under that, we need to have a conversation.
Right,
and then the other thing, what I'm doing with contractors is we're looking at your scope of work, and I need 100% of that complete.
Yeah.
So if you're telling me you do your services provide this, and this, I need this, and that. I'm not letting you do just this and this.
Right.
So that's just where I'm at in this season. I've had one employee that stopped working, and I'm like, yo, the last 7 months I've been paying you, and you got nothing done.
Yeah.
And just because I'm not over them, so I don't know what they're doing. Then he had an assistant, and this a VA. She get paid not a lot of money, $4 an hour.
Yeah.
But she worked 12 hours a day. And I'm like, yo, you've been working 12 hours a day for the last 6 months, and y'all got nothing to show.
Nothing done, right.
So I've been getting robbed.
Basically.
So I got a problem with that. Serious problem with that.
Nah, I feel you. And I think the thing it's a double-edged sword, right? Because one thing we do is we inspire the people by coaching, right? Yeah. But it'd be hard because I be trying to have conversations with my team. Like, you don't want to go out there to the jungle. Yeah. Okay, listen, it sound I know you hear this side, but I gotta be transparent with you. Being a CEO is sometimes ghetto and you don't want to be no CEO, that's right? But even when like building your company, it's really hard I can't reach my full potential because you won't reach your full potential. Yeah. And so how have you been, like, I know you're doing the scorecards, y'all, but what made you be like, I'm fed up. I can't do this no more.
I mean, it's just really, like, I believe every business seen a shift where money has dropped a bit this year from what I'm hearing from a lot of other businesses as well. So it's just really looking at everything. Like, I've been frivolous, like just spending, pay that, do this. I got this. All these people on payroll. And I'm like, wait. I was like, God, man, we got to reduce the payroll. And I had a few people quit or whatever. I'm like, I didn't know you meant in that way. Right. But nothing has stopped. My business, like, everything is perfect. Yeah. So I'm like, well, did I ever need you? So just really, I'm just analyzing things more, like just being more attentive to what's going on across the company. And I don't want nobody to think you could get me. I'm on top of it. Just even when I ain't looking, I'm looking.
Yeah. And you know what? I love that. And I think that I talk about this with my friends all the time. Like, for the last I feel like maybe this year, period, right? We've seen a decline in sales. But I really think God needed to show us, you need to look at the small stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The small stuff is for real.
Like, that's what's really going to take you out, because my thought process was always, I remember in 2021, our business literally tripled. Like, we went from $100,000 in 2019 to $1 million. And so when I
don't
had
think
all
that's
those,
triple. That's like 10x,
right?
So
It went crazy. And then in 2021, we doubled it again. Yeah. So that sounds cute, but like, them problems is crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you just start throwing money at the problems. Yep. Until you look up at the end of the year, you're like, damn, I done spent 50% of our money on people trying to, you know what I'm saying, fix the problem. So I definitely understand the growth. So how have you been tackling like the sales being declining and then just really having to like get back in the business? Because we kind of build this fortress. Yeah.
I mean, for me, I got this concept. It's called out-earn the problem. Like, all those sales are declining. I hear a lot of people that's doing great. So what I do is I basically like, well, if there's people doing great, we should be doing great. I need to work harder. Right. So right now, I think the people who is going to generate income in whatever business that you do is the people who are creating a great product. People are over delivering. People are working hard. People got systems in place. I just out earn. Like, if it's slow, you got to work a little harder. You got to figure some other things out. So that's kind of where I'd be at with it. Just doubling down, identifying what's working and do that more. You know, a lot of times we figure out something that works and we stop doing it. My mentor says, he was like, oh, well, what about doing the same thing every month? He says, don't get bored with it, get paid with it. Ooh. So just like continuing to just get paid, like find something that works. It might be boring. Yeah. Double down on that.
Make your money sound boring. Yeah. I love it. So we jumped in, let them know who you are and why they should know you.
I mean, serial entrepreneur. I've been a full-time entrepreneur now in the last 15 years. I haven't had a job in Dad been in jail since I was 2 for murder, kicked out of high school, kicked out of college, fired from 10 jobs, and I was going down the wrong path fast. And I made a decision 15 years ago. I worked at the private airport at Atlantic Aviation. Every day I see millionaires and billionaires. My favorite quote, once your mind is expanded to a new concept or idea, it's hard to go back to its original way of thinking. So with all of that being said, after all of those things happen, I'm like, man, enough is enough. I got to take responsibility for just where my life is going, and it wasn't going great. And I say, yo, I'm mentally unemployable and it has to work or it has to work. And I've been a full-time entrepreneur the last 15 years. We run an organization, nonprofit. We served over 150,000 people. Just got a street named after me that I grew up on.
You know, that is crazy. When I seen that, I was like, okay, Neo. Neo out here with the Martin Luther Kings of the world.
Yeah, so, you know, just
I love that.
Giving back. Now we run a company. We got 15, 20 people with us. And we're just pushing.
I love that. So talk to me a little bit about this journey. So how did we get to this point? Because you've had a couple different iterations.
Yeah, a whole lot of iterations, man. So I started with a fruit truck.
Okay.
For me, every business that I have and every business that I start, I just saw someone else do it and said I can do it. The most I gotta use that for my speech. I could do it. Yeah, just added something to it. So, everybody who I see does something, I'm like, I can do it.
Yeah.
So I started my fruit truck because I saw somebody. I used to take my grandma every week to go get fruit off a fruit truck, and I realized that that's a business I could start. I didn't know no other businesses, so I started that.
Right.
I started a junk removal business because somebody said, "Hey, you should look into junk removal." I said, "Cool." My accountant at the time said, "Hey, you should look into a cleaning company." He said, "I got somebody that needs you to clean. You do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I could do it." I didn't do it yet.
Right.
And
they pay.
Yeah. Then I did t-shirt company. I did a whole bunch of different businesses only because I saw someone else do it. I got in event spaces from seeing my mentor had one, and then I got 2 of them.
Yeah.
And I stumbled upon a digital. One of my guys, you know Kendall? All right, so Kendall, he's here in Atlanta. So he came to one of my venues, and at the time, I don't know what I was doing that was around digital. I don't know if I was doing digital. I think I was. Well, I don't think I was. I don't know when he came to my venue. I want to say 7 years ago.
Okay.
He came to the venue, and he did this whole presentation. And on the presentation, it was basically like showing you how he can help you level up, putting you in a community. And he was like, and I'm going to let y'all join for 30 days for free. While he was doing this, I'm like, wait, hold on. You tell me you got a community where you connect people with resources and with people, and you actually get paid for connecting them?
Yeah.
I've been doing this for years for free. Because I've been having networking events after networking events and all just for free or $20.
Right.
So the next day I got on a call with him. I'm like, hey, Kendall, man, I got a question for you, man. What I need to do to set up what you just did?
Yeah.
I could do it.
Yeah.
He said, well, I need a website. No, he said, bro, you need a flyer. Here's the software we use at the time. It was called Zoho, which was a platform to collect recurring revenue. And I do this free trial for 30 days. So I'm going to get that a shot. Called this lady, Davita, a friend of mine. I only said lady because I didn't know who she was at the time. And I was like, hey, you want to help me with this?
Yeah.
She helped build all them systems up. And first month, we probably got 100 or 200 people in there, free trial.
Wow.
And I'm talking about, we made our first 100K digitally in that first year from doing that. We got to 10K a month, 11, 12K a month.
Yeah.
And that's when I first was introduced to continuity. But I wasn't introduced to it in terms of, like funnels. Like I knew about but I wish I knew about upsells, downsells. I didn't know none of that.
Leaving money on the table.
And I didn't learn that for at least a couple more years, which I would have wish I would have learned. But more of that was I got introduced to it and I just went down a rabbit hole and I just been dialing in and figuring that out for the last 7 years. And we a lot of revenue later.
I love that. So do you feel like being known, because a lot of people like, okay, what does Neo do, right?
Yeah, a lot of people say I got a lot.
And then it's like, okay, well, passive income, event spaces. Yeah. Do you like being known for event spaces? Because it seems like the mission is way bigger than that.
Yeah.
This weekend you finna speak at ClickFunnels on challenges.
Yeah, twice.
Right. Yeah. So it's like the mission is way bigger than event spaces.
Yeah. So I think for me, a lot of people be like, yo, what do you do?
Yes.
That's still a question that
questions that need answers.
Yeah. And I do a lot. So it's like I don't really put myself in a box. I'm a serial entrepreneur, from doing virtual events to software to just I'm an investor, real estate, event spaces. So I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a businessman.
Period. I do business.
Yeah, I do. But yeah, I dialed in so much on the event space stuff. Yeah. That's how people came to know me. I locked in. I heard Russell Brunson say, how do you make your first million? Just do a webinar every week. And I did that with event spaces. And that's how all these people got to know me from there. And I made that million in my year doing exactly what he said.
Yeah, so, I love that. I love that.
I got to say this too, because I think it's important for people, even being CEOs, like you need to get coaches and mentors, because I realized that me and Russell Brunson started our career at the same time. But my first 7-8 years, I was doing fruit trucks, junk removal, selling crabs.
Yeah.
Somebody introduced him earlier on the online marketing.
Yeah.
I could be on his level if I would have had a coach or a mentor to shave those 7-8 years off.
Facts.
Me trying to figure some stuff out.
Facts.
So,
and I think a lot of people desire a mentor. They desire a coach, but they think about the term mentor and they associate mentorship with free, right?
Yeah.
And I feel
100%.
like you are going to find people, you know what I'm saying, that may mentor you, but they gonna find you working. Like, they not gonna find you sitting there waiting on them. So what do you think?
Wait, say that again. Say that. You gonna find people, but you gonna find them
gonna find you. So your mentors will find you, but they're gonna find you working.
Right.
Your mentor is not coming to see
not
you
chilling.
at the house.
No, heck no.
If I'm a mentor, I need to see you hustling.
Yep.
You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? So what do you feel like people should be doing as they're looking for coaches? Because I know the coaching space is a wide, crazy world, right? So what should they be doing?
I mean, if you're looking, I would be looking for somebody who's extremely good at what you desire to do. And just, if you don't have the money, I would try to find a way to add immense value.
Yeah.
Add so much value where it's like, add value.
Yeah.
Right? I would say that. That's the biggest thing, add value. And the biggest hack for me I've learned really is saying add value. I identify what people need and I figure out how can I do that for them.
Right.
So I got people in my DMs, hey bro, I would love to do video edits for you. Let me send you an edit. Send the edit.
Yeah.
Like send the edit, my man. You
Obi.
verse you, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I've had so many people that work for me that did that first. They just served me and they just added value. And I'm like, yo, what you actually do is invaluable. So I got multiple of my editors.
Yeah.
They did the work. I'm like, well, let's bring you on to do this full time now.
No, I love that. And that's one thing that I tell people, like, you need to show. First of all, everybody needs a serving season.
Yeah.
I remember
A
serving season.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
I feel like my 2017, 2018, like, I used to work with influencers. I had an agency, and I'm an only child.
I think I read that.
Yeah.
You shut the agency down and all of that stuff.
Completely shut the agency down. And I was like, but I'm an only child. So when I had to go get these influencers up to work and all, I'm like, this shit is crazy. But like, it taught me how to do business, how to have these conversations, because I got to be in the rooms with their negotiations. You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody need a season to serve instead of a season of like, well, let me get over there with Neo and get what I can and leave.
They listen to this, man. E.T., my mentor, still, he was in Utah. And I was going to go carry the bags, go take his photos,
Facts.
I'm still doing that for people. And
Yeah.
so many people be looking at that as a flunky.
No.
They be looking at that as like, I'm too good for that. You tripping. Like, that's the hack.
Right.
Like, that's that. Like, you out of your mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's a spirit of what they call reciprocity. And if you do something for me and I feel like, I gotta do something back for you.
Yep.
So I'm going to pour into you. So I think that everybody should tap into their serving season so that they can be able to really get to the next level. Yep. So switching gears a little bit, you are also married and in business.
Yeah, 4 kids.
4 kids.
Yeah, 4.
You done?
I think so.
Nah, we gonna see.
I would have more, but my wife says she's done.
She done?
Yeah.
Listen, I feel like she been pregnant every year. She like, I'm outside now.
Yes, that's exact. All my friends said, "Dang, yo, she been pregnant ever since I known her. Like since we moved there, she been pregnant. We've been in Atlanta 3 years now."
She like, I'm trying to tap in.
Right.
Like, I'm trying to see what's out.
Yeah.
So is she an entrepreneur too, or is she trying to just help you into your business?
She's an entrepreneur, but really, she just helped me with my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She seems a little bit more reserved. So how is
reserved,
she
for sure.
about this Neo?
Yeah. So my wife more like give me ideas, just really handle stuff with the kids in the house. And now she run our event space here in Atlanta, our house. So she runs that.
Okay.
Just giving her more things to do.
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah.
She's like, I'm trying
but
to.
she's definitely
don't make me no
reserved,
stay at home mom.
Right.
I'm trying to be out the streets.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. She still stay at home, but we got a whole we got an army at home.
Yes.
So
I love that.
She get to do what she want to do.
I love that. Yeah. So how has it been with you being an entrepreneur, right? How long have y'all been married?
About I think 4 years now.
So she's seen a little bit of these highs and these lows.
Oh, she was with me. I was with her I wasn't with her then, but we worked at our last job together. That's where I met her at my last job. That's 15 years ago.
Oh yeah, she done seen it all.
So she saw working in the junk removal trucks, driving with no heat in the air.
Yeah.
It's coming to spend the night with me in the middle room of my grandma's house on our single bed. So it's been every stage.
Yeah.
Broke. She got to buy things to being okay.
And you know, a lot of people don't know how to do relationship and business. Right? Like a lot of times it's like it got to be either or. Like I can't be a good husband and a good businessman. How are you balancing both? Have you been completely isolating yourself in business? Like you don't have people that you could do this business with. Well, you need coworkers, and that is why we created the Entrepreneurs Coworkers Community. This allows you to be able to develop relationships with other people in your community. So in the Entrepreneurship Coworkers Community, we have a complete Slack channel where you get to talk to other CEOs just like you. We give you a quiz to find out who you are and what type of CEO you are. And in this quiz, you get to meet other CEOs that may be more creative or traditional or hybrid. We have these CEOs there for you. But even taking it up a notch, we have local chapters in your city, from Atlanta to Dallas to New York to Houston to Chicago, chapters in your city where we're actually linking up every single month to work together, linking up to go to brunch together, having fun together, doing community service outreach. Like this is a section of our life where we can really co-work and mingle with other people. It's time for you to get some coworkers, sis. And this community is completely free. Just because you're watching this podcast, all you have to do is stop, pause the podcast, click the link below, take the assessment, get in the community, and I'll see you there. Bye, coworker. Back to the episode.
Yeah, it's hard.
Or are you balancing?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I'm not a good balancer.
Yeah.
I'm not a good balancer in terms of, I'm like, business for me, it don't got no balance. It's just, it is what it is. But I'm learning. Yeah. Even this long being in a relationship, I'm still learning. It's one of the relationships, they take a lot of effort and energy.
Okay, that's a whole nother business.
That's a fact. So I ain't really the relationship coach.
You like, I'm
learning that myself.
I ain't getting on these podcasts trying to talk.
No, not like I got it all together.
Yeah, but you know, I think that's real though. Yeah. I think people need to know, like, it's okay to have, like, you're going to have highs and lows in business, but you also going to have highs and lows in your relationship, 100%. But you got to weather the storm.
That's a fact.
And I love that. Okay, so you guys been together for a long time. How are you also managing? You got 4 kids. So
4 kids.
What is about fatherhood that you really enjoy the most?
I enjoy, so I got a 17-year-old. Well, she just turned 18 today. Her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Right. And I got a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 3-year-old.
Neo.
Yes.
You started over for sure.
For sure. So I'm really learning all over again.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like I'm learning as day to go how to treat my kids, how to talk to each of them differently. Just I'm learning that they all unique and that you all got to respond to them in a different way. Like I never had nobody tell me how to parent. Like I don't know how to parent. I'm learning as I go. Right now. But I really enjoy it. Like I love spending time with my kids. Understanding what makes them tick. And I'm figuring it out. I'm at a spot in my life where somebody look at me like, yo, you got it all together. No, I'm still figuring it out.
Facts.
I'm figuring everything. Yeah, I'm constantly. I feel like you stagnant if you ain't figuring it out. If you think you made it or arrived, I mean, you stopped already. You stopped trying to elevate. Yeah. I'm trying to elevate every area of my life.
Listen, we got to elevate. So we got a segment called Secrets of an Entrepreneur. Okay. So I'm going to ask you some secrets. You going to tell us the truth?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So the first secret is, what is one strategy that you're using that we can't see outside on the internet? Like what's going on behind the scenes that you secretly doing?
Do a lot of partnerships. I partner with a lot of different entrepreneurs on their offers and stuff like that. Okay. That's something that no one sees or knows. So,
yeah. So what does that mean?
So, for example, we'll run and manage your virtual event. So we'll do, like, just say a 5-day virtual event with you, and our team does everything from build it to insert the sales team, to do the ads, do everything where influencer, just say someone busy like yourself, we just need you to show up. Here's what we need from you. We're going to do everything else. Yeah. And that's one of the things that we do with multiple, we do like 1 to 2 of them every month. So
okay.
stuff like that.
Listen, and nobody knows that Neo is
Now they kind of know if they hear this podcast.
right.
Yeah,
Just know Neo behind your favorite influencers. Okay,
that's a fact.
I love it. Okay, so what is one thing? This is another secret. Who or what has happened in your past that you wish you could change?
I wish I knew better about finances and taxes and stuff like that. Just really understanding the tax code more and just finances, really. I feel like that's one of the biggest things we got to learn, all about finances and the tax code. And because I don't want to give the government nothing extra. I think Carter called it giving them a tip.
Yeah.
I don't want to give them a tip.
No, they don't deserve it.
No.
Facts.
So, I would say that, just really learning that.
I love that. Okay, last question. What is one thing that you want to do differently in this next season?
One thing I want to do differently in this next season. It's a good question. Something I want to do different in the next season. I mean, I want to just improve on everything I'm doing in my current season. I don't want to go into another season being who I am now. Like, it should be constantly elevating.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say, like elevating this next season. So optimizing my team, making it better, becoming a better father and a husband, just everything. Like, I would say, I don't got anything like I want to add this. It's just doing everything that we're currently doing 10 times better.
I love that. I love it. It's the elevation.
Yes.
Yeah. So speaking of elevation, you guys also have like dominated this space with this brotherhood, the Circle of CEOs. Yes. How did that come about? Like, have y'all always known each other? Like, did y'all just meet each other in the gas station? Like, we gonna be friends, bro.
That's why I tell people the power of information and connections. I met Jason at 10X conference.
Okay.
I met Marcus at BYOB conference.
Okay.
I met Alex at ET's conference in Philly. And I met Justin, the conference play. Shout out Maddie J.
Right.
I met Justin through Maddie J. But they're all good friends of mine. We all generated millions together. But they're all individuals who I met at an event.
Right.
So I always tell people get connected. But I don't know how we formed the Circle C. One day we said, let's meet for dinner.
Okay.
And it was just me, Jason, Marcus, and Alex. Justin happened to call Jason. Jason said, yo, pull up. We did dinner and said, yo, let's do this every week, every Friday. We did it for a year straight. Never said we were going to do anything together. Opportunity presented itself to do something together. And we just been rocking ever since.
You know, I love that because y'all nurtured the relationship first.
We didn't jump into, and I have relationships where we jump right into making money.
Yeah.
But that one wasn't. It was never said from the beginning we gonna make money together.
Right.
It was just we kicking it every Friday and talking business and how we can elevate, and then it developed over time.
You know, I love that because a lot of times people don't want to nurture relationships.
Yeah.
I think as adults, sometimes it's hard to find friends, right? Yeah. That's why we have our coworkers community. Shout out to the coworkers community. But as an entrepreneur, you don't got coworkers. You don't go nowhere unless you go to church. You know what I mean? Like, and it's hard to find friends that actually understand your struggle. But then when you find friends, you immediately want to either get in business with them or figure out what you could do with them or whatever. Yeah. But y'all really a year straight, every Friday, is broke bread together.
Yeah. What church you go to?
Dream Center.
You should go to. You should check out Change.
Okay. My friend Ashley go to Change.
Darius Daniels. Yeah, he's a goat. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to shout out the church.
Shout out Change Church.
Yeah, that's my guy. But for me, it depends. But now, even with business, for me, I like to do business with people I can hang out with. I always just don't want to do business like, yo, can we go to lunch together? Can we go on a trip together? Right. So some of my deals that I like to do, I want to actually, can we kick it when this is done?
Yeah. I want to see your heart posture. Like, who are you?
Yeah. So nurturing those type of, yo, you want to kick it? So I've been inviting people over to different events and stuff, really trying to develop. I feel like it's better when you can make money with somebody you're a friend with too.
Yeah. So how have y'all, because friendships have highs and lows, but y'all have maintained the continuity of y'all relationship.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? On the internet, we
argue sometimes and all of that, but then right now we're not in the season of doing business with each other. We're back to friends.
Yeah.
Now we do one-off business stuff with each other, but we're not like doing a group conference currently. We still do charity together.
Okay.
But right now we friends right now.
Right. And that's okay.
Yeah. So them, like you said, those every season, next month we might go do something else though.
Right.
Yeah.
But y'all can tap in. So how would you advise people to find relationships like that?
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. I mean, it's because it was organic, so I don't got a specific formula for following it. But I really think everybody should begin to develop your own mastermind in your city amongst just you and 4 or 5 people. Not a paid type of thing, just put 4 or 5 people in a room, see the energy, and just start building what you working on, what I'm working on. How can I help you? How can you help me?
Right.
Group of 4 to 5 people and just start curating that and seeing how you can grow, because it's nothing like being with like-minded people.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
it's
that.
powerful. Just, I think you said you got a coworkers community. Like, you don't got to go in there and convince them about wanting to get to your next level.
Facts.
So finding people that got similar mindsets, I think is critical.
And you know, one thing that I realized, people really don't know how to network, especially like online. It's like very awkward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people come in, hi, I'm Sally. I have a bakery and here's my website. Like, you would not walk up to nobody and talk like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that we have to develop the skills of being able to get to know each other, being able to have intimate relationships as an adult.
Yeah.
And I think that's how you guys were also able to genuinely make this connection, genuinely have the foundation of friendship, so y'all could do business together.
Yeah, and I definitely recommend that if that's possible. I know with some things, when the speed, you may don't have time to do that, but when you could do that, I think it helps a bit.
I love it. So if you could go back and relearn anything now.
I like this setup.
Thank you. It's cute. This is our planner. We got a little product placement going on.
Yeah, I like that $1 million planner. That's fire.
A little $1 million lifestyle, okay?
Yeah.
I love it.
Multi-million-dollar.
Come on. Okay. But if you could go back and learn anything in this season, like anything that you want to just tap back into or relearn from your past life?
In this season, anything I could relearn? Just wish I was able to learn digital sooner. I wish I started
sooner.
Yeah. Like, I wish 15 years ago when I started, I learned about online marketing. Yeah. That's all I wish I could do. Go back to 15 years ago and start over again.
I love it.
And that's why I tell people the importance of really maxing out and taking advantage right now, because as soon as you get some information, you should be trying to apply it as quickly as you can.
I love it. Yeah. So our last segment, we have questions from the coworkers. Okay. So the coworkers have sent Neo questions. So make sure if you're in the coworkers community, tap in, because you get to get your questions read live on the episode with our guests.
This is very well thought out.
Thank you. Yeah. We try to be a little production company out here.
Not trying. Production company. Yeah, I love it.
Yes. Okay. So Brittany Clemson, she said,
"What's up, Britt?
What's up, Brittany?" She said, "What has helped you change your perspective when you hit rock bottom?"
What helped me change my perspective when I hit rock bottom? I got this concept, no scoreboard watching, and I remember when I started making. And as an entrepreneur, when you make $10,000 in a month, you feel rich. Like, you arrived. That's like that number where I was like, yo, I'm up. It is up and it is stuck. And then I went to 10 grand, 11 grand, 12 grand. And then I stopped doing everything that got me there. I went 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So God, I'm like, yo, if you ever get me back there, I promise you ain't going to happen. So I think there's nothing wrong with going rock bottom, but you need to, basically trying to say is that there's nothing wrong with losing it all and all of that, but you need to keep your foot on the gas when things are well. Like, just every day you should be being diligent in your business, working hard, so you almost can fight hitting rock bottom. Yeah. So for me, I always talk about out earning the problem. Like, you need to be hustling every day. If you are at rock bottom, you can't watch TV right now. Developing more skills, focusing on more ways to generate revenue. We be focusing on minimum wage activities often, so a lot of times we can't grow. Yeah. Another thing I recommend people sometimes is who, not how. Who can help me get there? Yeah. Like, who? Like, for me, it's certain things I don't know how to do in my business, and I'm not even asking how. I just ask who. I don't need to set up the systems. I got the people to set up the systems. Right. So for me, I think that's another focus. You should be focusing on who could get you there, not how to get there.
Yes, I love that. Okay, Brittany, I hope that answers your question, girl. Okay, we got the last question from Risha Wafer from Dallas. Okay.
What up, Risha?
She said, what are some tips to help you buy a building for an event space?
So it's two ways you go acquire a building. If you're saying buy, it's called, you're looking for a commercial mixed-use building.
Okay.
1,000 to 3,000 square feet, what I recommend. If you buy, you could go up to 5,000 square feet, but you want to leverage something called a FHA 203K program.
Okay.
And what that does, it gives you the opportunity to buy a building, only put 3.5% down to buy the building, and they roll the construction loan inside of the same 3.5%. So for the sake of numbers, say the building costs $200,000, the rehab is $100,000, so we at $300,000. 3.5%, 10% of 300 is 30. So a third of that, we had about $10,000. With closing costs, we had about $15,000 to $18,000. But you just bought an entire building. So now you have the commercial space. You live in the second floor because you do have to live there for a year leveraging FHA. And if you luck up, get a third unit, you turn that into a themed Airbnb. So now you living for free. You just bought yourself a building and you only came out of your pocket 3.5%.
Period.
The other way is you could just lease it, go on websites like Crexy.com, LoopNet.com, and just lease first month, last month security deposit.
Yeah. Listen.
And you also go to buybizsell.com and you could just go acquire somebody else's event space.
You know, that's smart. Risha, I hope. Listen, Neo just gave you the
play. A lot of gems. Hope she caught that.
Okay.
Don't let that go over your head.
Yeah. You have to rewind this. Okay. Listen, Neo, this was a good episode. You really tapped in and really became vulnerable, giving us the gems. Okay. We love it. So what will you tell the people before they go, how they can stay motivated on this journey of entrepreneurship? Somebody's watching this episode and they're like, yes, I'm dealing with teen problems. I'm trying to be a better husband. I'm trying to be a better wife. Like, I'm just trying to be better all around. Like, what would you tell them?
I think fight through. Like I think anybody looking at this, you got to fight through right now. You got to stay diligent and remember why you doing this. Like, I think about my wife, I think about my mom, I think about my kids, I think about the people who I employ. Like, if I give up, I'm giving up on them. So remember, you are the one. So one of the things that I love, a story we book Ed Milet to speak, and he talks about the one. He says every now and again there's a family member that comes every 30 to 40 years that makes a decision that they're going to be the one that change everything for every generation to come. Keep in your mind that you're the one. So if you keep that in your mind, you're going to go do everything in your power to go create the lifestyle you desire. So again, don't quit, don't give in, be diligent, get around other people who want to see you soar, and just stick to the process.
I love it. Stick to the process. Okay?
It's not if it's going to work, it's when it's going to work. It's going to work, though.
It's going to work.
Yeah.
It's already worked. It's a version of you that has already made the $1 million, that has already had an amazing business, all the things.
100%.
It's just up to you to go get it.
Facts.
I love it, y'all. I hope y'all love this episode of the Ghetto CEO Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, because sometimes being the CEO is a little ghetto, but at least we make this journey a little easier. See you guys later. Bye, y'all.